and welcome. This is a presentation that Knowsley Unison have put together for you all with regards to our ongoing NJC Pay negotiations. As you can see, what our overall demand is for fair pay for local government and school workers. Our NJC 21-22 pay claim is for at least 10% on all NJC GLPC pay points. The context of our claim, well, local government workers have kept the country going during the COVID-19 crisis, as you all know. The government promised to do whatever is necessary to support local authorities throughout this crisis. However, I think we're all pretty clear that that's not what they've done. Local government staff have lost up to 25% in real terms value of their pay over the past decade. And more austerity is the wrong answer. Only a decent pay award can recover a lost decade of cuts due to austerity and also, the COVID crisis, where the government are lining up, expecting us to pay for the cost of COVID as well. What's been the impact on our members? Well, since 2010, the NJC staff have lost almost a quarter of the value of their pay against the cost of living. Many local government workers suffering low pay are those on the front lines dealing with COVID-19. Prices of everyday goods continue to rise as local government wages have stagnated. A decade of below average NJC pay awards have fallen well below private sector equivalents. And you can see here clearly from this graph, the fact that the cost of living has, always been above since 2010, always been above what our wages actually give to us, and it's rising, and our wages are falling in real terms, and they have been doing so for quite some time. So in terms of the pay offer, if you like, it's been a long-standing campaign of Unison and a goal to achieve £10 an hour minimum wage for all of our members. There are 4 SCPs on the NJC pay span below £10 an hour. However, what I will point out is that in Knowsley, we are a real living wage employer. Unison campaigned for that to be the case. So this doesn't actually apply because we are a real living wage employer. However, what these scales actually show you is the national picture. So not all councils have signed up to be a real living wage employer. So this is giving you a good idea, an example of exactly what you will be getting with the pay award. So if you are on SCP1, the employer's offer is for 2.75% increase. Okay, so that would increase your wage from £9.25. However, in Knowsley, we're already on £9.50. But in the rest of the country, £9.25 would increase to £9.50. But you can see there's a real big difference, because either side of the employer's offer, which is the red column, you can see the lilac columns, which show the totals for Unison's 10% pay claim. So instead of £9.50, which is the employer's offer, it would be £10.18 with a 10% increase. And you can see the bottom of the scales there. It's not masses of amounts of money that we're talking about here, but it will help our members. For those on other pay scales, we do actually have this chart. So you can see down the left-hand side, you've got the different letters and the different grades within Knowsley Council, and they correlate with the spinal column points, which is what the NJC negotiate on. And you can see over here, quite a big gap of about £1 an hour in between the difference between the employer's 1.75% offer and the 10% claim that we have in. Okay, but it's not just about pay, the pay claim. There's been cuts over time to sick pay, exit payments. 28% of local government staff work some unpaid overtime, compared to 15% of all employees. Compensating local government workers for unpaid overtime would require a 25% pay rise. So we're already doing more work, and we all know that during the pandemic, it's gone way above and beyond this. This year's pay claim is supported by a supplementary conditions claim, and Unison's focus for our campaigns now and the negotiations is the pay claim. So COVID-19 and the economic recovery, as I've already mentioned, public sector austerity after 2010 delayed the UK's economic recovery from 2008, and better investment in services and staff is an investment into the wider economy. It's a really important thing. You know, local government workers, when they're paid their wage, they go out and they spend their money in local economies, and that is a fact. If you are going to siphon the money off from government, the millions or the billions that we know have been siphoned off during the pandemic into private companies, you know, for instance, the PPE debacle, then that money isn't spent in local economies. That money, you know, is quite often siphoned off to the Cayman Islands or somewhere like that. 51% of the cost of meeting our NJC Pay claim would actually be recovered by taxes and reduced benefits. Lots of our members working in local government, because they're on low wages, they actually still claim benefits. And that's if they're not actually feeling the need to go to food banks. No, many of our members are. It puts more cash in the pockets of local government workers, and that means more spending in the economy and a faster recovery after the COVID pandemic. So our claim in summary, local government workers have kept the country going during the COVID-19 crisis. We need decent pay for local staff. It's an investment in the economy, and more austerity is the wrong answer. The government promised in March 2020 to do whatever is necessary to support local authorities during COVID-19, and we think it's imperative that they stand by that promise. Local government employers must join us in holding the government to that promise. Only a decent pay award can recover a lost decade of cuts, austerity and crisis. So a short update in Knowsley with regards to the campaign that we've already started. We're pleased to announce today that KMBC councillors have passed a motion in support of fair pay for all council workers. The motion includes a demand for funding from central government to achieve that fair pay rise. We're now hoping to coordinate a joint campaign with the joint trade unions and Knowsley councillors, and we will be in touch with you further as to how you can become involved in that campaign. The national campaign update is this, and this is probably the news that's hot off the press for you all. You may have heard that the Local Government Association have, you know, declined our claim of 10%, and they've made a counter offer of 1.75%. What I can tell you is that the NJC committee, which is the joint trade unions, that's our side, met on Wednesday this week, the 28th of July, to discuss the employer's counter offer. It was decided unanimously to reject the final offer of 1.75% for all pay spinal column points above 1. We've agreed to hold a consultative ballot, which will end sometime in September. Again, more details on that will follow directly to your emails. So please make sure that we've got all of your details. And after that consultative ballot, there is also potential for a full industrial action ballot after this. Okay, so immediate action, and this is what you guys need to do. You need to ensure your contact details are up to date, as I've just said. That includes your name, address, email, telephone number, job title, and your employer. They all need to be up to date with us. Speak to your colleagues and check that they're a member of Unison. If not, now is the time to join. Speak to your friends and your family about why you deserve a fair pay rise. We need to ensure that this message goes out to the whole public. Share our social media pages. You know that we're fairly active on Twitter and Facebook. It's really, really important that we get the vote out across the country, not just in Knowsley. We are a really active branch and we will do all we can. but we really do need to spread the message further, and we know that our members can help and assist us in doing that. And please, please read your emails. We know that you do get lots, but these are really, really important now. If you want a fair pay rise to, you know, help you, then you need to be reading those emails and you need to be engaging with this campaign. So you need to join our campaign. You need to sign up for updates and be part of the campaign, like I've said. So talk to your friends and workmates, as I've already said. Use the online resources that we've got available to help promote the campaign. Together we are stronger. Your voice is louder. Unison is standing up for the job you do. Please stand with us.